This is the final segment of the Football Fever podcast, sponsored by One Malaysia, Cardiff City, and we're going to a really unsavoury story. I'm sorry about this story, but it's something that I think it's been in the news, and we have to discuss it, and I'll try and tread around it. Is that the right word? Tread around it.
Well, you had to, yeah.
Literally.
Anyway, the story is that Brighton and Hove Albion have formally apologised to Crystal Palace for an incident that took place in the Npower Championship playoff semi-final second leg, where excrement was found on the floor in the Crystal Palace dressing room. They were the away team at the Amex Stadium there in Brighton, and apparently Gus Poyet has been on a complete rampage, sending out emails, and they've vowed to tighten security. So the poor players, Neil, walked in, and there was all sorts of a mess there ahead of their game in the championship.
Oh, some of the Brighton players just might have been very, very nervous. I mean,
or the diet, perhaps, or you eat before the game.
No, look, it's preposterous behaviour, and all it did, of course, like Holloway said, he didn't have to give a team talk. I mean, they were so fired up and angry, they just went out and stuffed Brighton.
No, they wanted to get out.
Yeah, well, that's right. They couldn't wait to get out. They didn't want to come back.
So, Parks, anything like this happen in your career, or anything that you did to opposing players? Like Plough Lane, there were always stories about Wimbledon, wasn't it, playing down there?
Yeah, there was. I mean, they did silly things with their radios and things like that, and you hear stories of turning up heaters in dressing room to make it really, really hot or freezing cold. Liverpool had one, used to have that.
Good one.
Neil can help with this one. What's the big lump of soap? What's this, carbolic soap, is it?
Yeah.
And they chop it up.
Oh,
so
right.
virtually, if you went to use it and you went in, it would virtually almost cut you. That's how it was. I mean, little things like that, which you expected when you travel, but something like that just, well, I can't say it beats it all. It's just it's something you'd never think that anybody would do in today's day and age.
That is amazing, yeah. What about you, Ash? Have you heard any stories here in Southeast Asia?
No, everyone's really safe here. No one wants to. We had the match fixing stuff to deal with. This is just
Yeah, that's a whole different world. Okay, well, let's bring in one of our friends of the Football Fever podcast, Cesare Polengi. He is the managing editor Asia for Goal.com, one of the good friends of the Football Fever podcast. And we bring you in, Cesare, because you're heading back to Japan from Singapore to continue the operations of Goal.com there. But I've got to ask you about that T-shirt, because it says 30, right? And that's
Sul campo, on the pitch.
Yeah, on the pitch. So you're a Juventus fan. I thought it was 31 or 29. I mean, there are a couple
Yeah, it's actually, this is to compromise, like just to make sure that everybody's happy. Okay?
I like that. The fact that he's been in Asia, he's becoming, giving face to everybody.
I'd ask him about them jeans.
Look, very 70s, very retro, but it's going to be good to have you in Japan, because I know you can tell us about the J-League and everything going on there.
Absolutely, we'll be in touch. Okay.
I think actually the way that you look reminds me of when Paul started playing football, actually in the 70s. What do you think?
Different style hair.
He's not that old.
He's
Well, I
pretty
wish you all
old.
the best going back to the 1970s anyway. Good luck with it, mate.
Just my advice is, if this is going to be a video, you're going to need handsome people here.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. We wanted to raise the level a bit. So Cesare, thank you very much for coming in. We wish you all the best in Japan. I'd like to say goodbye and thank you to the football eater Ash Hashim. I know you're going to be back next season,
Yeah.
but thanks for your contributions this season. Do come up and meet the
Definitely.
Cardiff boys next month.
Definitely, yeah, we'll be there. See Cardiff, for my grandpa.
Yeah, your Welsh grandfather, of course. And Paul Parker, no doubt you're going to be keeping busy over the summer?
Maybe not as busy as I'd like, because there's not a lot of football about, is there? So I'll try my best to do as much as I can.
Okay. And Neil Humphreys, you've got more books coming up, no doubt?
Yeah, I'll be promoting my new children's book all over the summer period here, and then I'm off to America.
Lovely. And thank you, Cesare. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. We'll be in touch. Huh?
They'll be in touch. Okay, that's bye from the Football Fever podcast. Al, just show us the giveaways. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page or footballfever.com, footballfeverpodcast.com. Find details how to win these 2013 FA Cup final souvenirs. Bye-bye for now.